Here we go.
Are we live? Hopefully.
No, not yet. Any second.
Okay. I'll advise everyone that I can then. Is Liberty's Bound finally over?
Yes,
Yeah.
there we go. Now we're live.
And a very good afternoon to you all. Finally, a sense of normality has been restored because for the first time since Qatar nearly a month ago, or just about a month ago, we are finally back live streaming on the TRL YouTube channel. I'm Mr. Storm and welcome along to coverage of round 7 of TRL Season 2. It is the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, and I would like to say a very warm welcome back to the commentary box to Mr. Sean, who hasn't been here in quite a long time, and we've certainly missed your presence, Sean. What have you been getting up to recently?
Well, first off, I got arrested for suspicion of dealing drugs. And I spent a couple nights in jail, and then I just took a couple of weeks off to spend with my family.
Yeah, obviously that's completely understandable. Big thank you, of course, to Jamboy and to Oliver for repping the commentary box for the last few weeks while you were away, and hopefully they'll make some appearances sometime in the future. It's round 7 of the championship, and there have been some big breaking stories in the last week. Of course, the big one being Hecron banned for a race thanks to dangerous driving in his last few laps battle with his teammate Sam Rose in Spa last weekend. Tensions at Mercedes obviously getting very high indeed. Let's take a look at the championship standings though coming into round number 7. And after the Belgian Grand Prix, Ryu Zappu leads the World Championship by 5 points from Hecron in the Mercedes. That gap will probably grow tonight unless Ryu either retires or has a poor race. Bottas in third in the Alfa Romeo on 78 points. Sam Rose 11 points behind him in fourth. In the second Mercedes, Oscar, who won last night in next gen at this very track, is fifth in the Red Bull on 54 points. Camo, Marcel, Metal God, Dean, and Deadfish round out the championship for the top 10. Dean obviously coming back to the league after a few races out and won last week, incredibly. ADF, Velasco, Mercy, Magnaship, Nikon, AK Monsters, Bulbo, Artem, and Huopus round out the championship, all scoring points. Lilibus, the only driver in the Williams who yet to score a point this season. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes leaded by 8 points from Red Bull, 186 points to 178. Alfa Romeo are the best of the rest in third and 119 points. Every other team is in double figures. Haas followed by Aston Martin, AlphaTauri, Ferrari, Alpine, and Williams. McLaren have not fielded a driver in any race this season and have not scored any points. Sean, we are past the halfway stage of the season now. The running has well and truly begun. A big moment for Ryu Zappu tonight, isn't it?
It indeed is. This is his chance to go 30 points clear at the top. If he would go on to take the victory here tonight, and that would be monumental for his campaign to win the World Drivers' Championship.
It would indeed. Now, Grid Walk will be coming in a few minutes' time along with the football classified results. Manchester City playing the FA Cup today as well. We'll have live score updates of that one whenever that game gets underway at 5:15 UK time. Of course, very sad news in the week that Liverpool went out of the Europa League, and it looks like the league is slipping away from both Arsenal, Liverpool, and Sean will be obviously delighted to know that City are probably on for a fourth title in a row, but still stranger things have happened in the title race. And if you are wondering, the TRL FPL is currently being led by me. I banked on Cole Palmer last week, and he
Of course, you
did a
did.
lot of good against Everton. So I lead the and I lead by about 7 points now. But there's still it's a big game week, a double game week for a lot of teams, and the regular season champion Foppa has decided to go with a lot of players in a double, so he'll probably lead after. But who knows? That will be updated in the football chat at the end of every day. Right, let's get started then. It's time for Storm's Grid Walk. And first of all, we are going to interview Ryu Zabu. Ryu, you can unmute yourself, by the way, on the commentary chat, by the way. Yeah. Hackeron's actually asking me for my predictions for the race before we get to Ryu. Really, I think it'll either be Ryu, Oscar, or Sam who win tonight, and Oscar's obviously off the back of winning last night in Next Gen, a very good performance, holding off a lot of great drivers in that league, and incredible moves as well from him, becoming the fourth winner in 4 races in that league. So he's obviously got the experience to go and win tonight. The question is, though, can Ryu get the job done for Red Bull, and can Sam Rose, as he's been alluding to in the last few weeks, finally get that win that has evaded him for nearly a year now? Sean, when it does come to Sam Rose, he's staying at Mercedes for next season, most likely. The win hasn't come yet, but do you think it will at some stage?
Um, I mean, he's been close a few times. Um, but he's quite a far bit away from it still. But I do believe it will come soon at least.
I don't suppose there's any update on who's going to be replacing Hecron at Mercedes next season at the moment.
Could you repeat that?
No update yet on who's replacing Hecron.
No.
Yeah, we'll have that towards the end of the thing anyway. So let me see. Ryu's deafened, so he can't actually hear us at the moment. So we will come back to him, and instead we'll grab a word with Sam Rose if Sam can unmute himself in the commentary chat and get a few words in with us. Hopefully.
You all right?
Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon.
Now, you weren't there in Next Gen last night, so a little bit of I suppose track experience has gone out the window. But what do you think you'll be able to do tonight?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Headcon's not here. It's one of my stronger tracks, so hopefully I can fight today, but I don't want to get ahead of myself.
What is it? A podium is the aspiration tonight, or the win? Do you think it's finally going to come?
Obviously, I want to win, but I have to stay realistic. So it's just I have to see what happens. A lot can happen in this league, and
Looking
maybe
at
just
looking at the last few races, it has been on an upward trend for you. You did finish on the podium last week in Spa. Is this the start of a second half of the season redemption arc, so to speak, and formally win Mercedes the constructors' title?
I hope so.
Ah,
Yeah, I hope so. All I can say right now.
thank you very much, Sam. Best of luck
Thank you.
tonight. Hold on. Right. Marcel might be racing tonight. We will grab a word with Marcel. I'll invite him to the lobby, actually, if he's willing to talk. Marcel, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks.
You haven't been here in a few weeks. It's obviously been a while since you last raced, but you did get your preparation in for this race tonight, supposedly, with Next Gen. Do you think that you'll be able to challenge for the top 5 tonight?
Top 5 should be definitely achievable.
What do you think of your teammate as well, Nikon, making his second start?
Yeah, I don't know. We will
Okay.
see what. I don't have a spontaneous opinion right now.
All right, thank you very much, Marcel.
Okay.
Cold as ice. Not Cole Palmer cold as ice, but cold as ice in those responses. Who else we got? We'll speak to Oscar. If, of course, he is.
Yeah, no,
Yes, good evening, good afternoon, good evening, whatever, Oscar. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
So you won last night at this track in Next Gen. Brilliant performance. Is it going to happen again tonight?
I hope so, but I don't care really. I would prefer pretty much a 1-2 for Red Bull. Ryu takes it up. I'll take second, and that we can extend the gap to Hecron and Mercedes.
Do you think with Hecron being out tonight that this is Red Bull's best opportunity all season to go in front of the Constructors' Championship and for Ryu to formally announce himself as the main contender?
Definitely, but of course, I think Deans might race, so it can be a challenge. But yeah, this is the biggest opportunity for us. Hello?
Storm might have died.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
for what's just happened, but apparently thing has decided to stop working, so I'm gonna try that again, and hopefully it'll work this time. So bear with me a moment.
Yeah, sure.
Is it working now? Yes, I think it is.
It is.
Right, I
Yeah,
just
it
need
is.
to I need to disconnect my microphone for a second. I don't know what happened, but what I was going to ask you, Oscar, was that is there going to be a little bit of a psychological team game tonight? Do you want to push your opponents off as much as possible to help Ryu win the race and get the 1-2?
That's what I want every race to do. That's what I'm trying every race to do. Just let Ryo win, make a Magnus and Chichi train, or just have a good pace and help him challenge our opponents.
Well, thank you very much, Oscar, and the best of luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
I think Ryu might be able to talk now, so if he is, then that's absolutely fantastic. We'll get him ready for grid walk, if he's there, of course.
I am
Good
here.
evening, Ryu. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever. How are you, Ryu?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
So, this is a massive moment. This is probably the biggest night of the title fight so far. It's been ebbing and flowing with Hecaron all season now. You've been trading wins with him left, right, and centre. But tonight, he doesn't race because of what happened last week. It was second in Belgium because of an incredible fight with your old championship rival. Is this the night where you won't win the title, but you'll formally, how will I phrase this? You will definitely have a great chance of winning it.
Honestly, I'm not too sure. Last weekend was really fun with Dean. Great to see him back. We had an amazing battle. But yeah, with Hecron not racing tonight, it's a huge opportunity for me to basically have one hand on the championship so early. So yeah, I hope I can do
I've
it.
asked you this question a few weeks ago about how every race from I think it was Miami after you crashed a few weeks ago was every race a must win at this stage, and you answered yes. Does it sort of ease the pressure now that Hecron doesn't race tonight? You can afford to maybe finish on the podium and not win every race. Maybe have one slightly under par race.
Um, Honestly, that's not really how I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at it finish as high as I can and continue to push 100% and beyond for the rest of the season. There's no, even with such a gap that I can pull tonight, there's no holding back for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Enjoy tonight's race.
Yep, thank you.
Right then, grid walk. That's that for this week. What date is it today? Is it the 20th? I think it is.
Indeed, it is.
Yes, today is the 20th of April. Nearly in May, which I find absolutely incredible. The year has gone very quickly indeed. Before that, we are going to go to the classified football results, and we are going to start off in the Premier League. It is Luton 0, Brentford 5 at the moment. Sheffield United 1, Burnley 4, and the late kickoff is Wolverhampton Wanderers against Arsenal. That game kicks off at 7:30 UK time. In the FA Cup semi-final, it is Manchester City taking on Chelsea. That game gets underway at 5:15 UK time. In La Liga, it is finished Celta Vigo 4, Las Palmas 1, and it's Rayo Vallecano 1, Osasuna 1. That's the 81st minute, two late kickoffs there. Valencia, Real Betis, and Girona Cadiz. In the Bundesliga, it finished Heidenheim 1, RB Leipzig 2, Köln 0, Darmstadt 2, Hoffenheim 4, Mönchengladbach 3, and Wolfsburg 1, Bochum 0. The late kickoff there is Union Berlin versus Bayern Munich. In the Serie A, two late kickoffs, Empoli versus Napoli and Hellas Verona versus Udinese. In League 1, it is currently 0-0, Rennes 0 at half-time. In the Sky Bet Championship, it finished Leicester City 2, West Bromwich Albion 1, Cardiff City 1, Southampton 1. These are all from now on not latest scores yet. Huddersfield Town 0, Swansea City 4, Norwich 1, Bristol City 1 is a full-time score. Rotherham 0, Birmingham City 0 is the latest score. That's in the 57th minute there due to a medical emergency that happened in the crowd in the first half, the spectator has been removed from the stadium and is, I believe, in a stable condition. So that's fantastic news. Stoke 2, Plymouth Argyle 0, Sunderland 0, Millwall 1, Watford 0, Hull City 0, and the late kickoff there is Queen's Park Rangers versus Preston North End. In the Sky Bet League 1, it finished Northampton Town 1, Exeter City 2, Blackpool 3, Barnsley 1 is the latest score. Bolton 2, Port Vale 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Peterborough 1, Burton Albion 3, Reading 2, Cambridge United 0, Derby County 1, Carlisle 1, Wickham 3, Charlton 1, Shrewsbury Town 1, Charlton Athletic 1, Cheltenham 1, Lincoln City 2, Leyton Orient 0, Fleetwood Town 1, and Portsmouth 1, Wigan 2. And in the Sky Bet League 2, it finished Crewe Alexandra 0, Wrexham 3, latest score between Doncaster and Barrow 3-2 there. It is currently Grimsby 2, Swindon Town 0, an absolute thriller going on between Harrogate and MK Dons. Harrogate Town 3, MK Dons 5, Mansfield 2, Gillingham 1, Morecambe 1, Forest Green Rovers 2, Newport County 0, Salford City 1, Notts County 1, Colchester United 0, Stockport County 4, Accrington Stanley 2, Sutton United 2, Crawley Town 2, Tranmere Rovers 3, Wimbledon 1, and Walsall 2, Bradford City 3. And on the final day of the Vanarama National League, these are all full-time scores. Altrincham 1, Oxford City 0, Barnet 4, Kidderminster Harriers 1, Bournemouth 0, Ebbsfleet United 0, Chesterfield 3, Maidenhead United 2, Dagenham and Redbridge 3, Aldershot Town 3, Dorking Wanderers 3, Hartlepool United 4, Eastleigh 0, Halifax Town 3, Gateshead FC 2, Bromley 1, Oldham 2, Wealdstone 3, Solihull Moors 1, York City 0, Southend 1, Rochdale 2, and Woking 3, AFC Fylde 0. And that's the classified results for April the 20th, 2024. We are allegedly 4 minutes away from qualifying getting underway, but we do have a few more drivers still to enter the lobby. Sean, what are we expecting from tonight's qualifying and race?
Oh, I think it will be a very good qualifying here, and the race will be great as usual.
Yeah, I have got a heart rate monitor. I've got my smartwatch on tonight, which is something I promised I'd do in Next Gen last night, just because of how dramatic that race was, and I felt it to be a good idea to introduce it in CRL as well, because of how interesting the races can get there. So I'm just attaching that now. You'll get my heart rate indicators later on in the race. The full-time scores are just coming through now. Sheffield United hammered and Luton Town hammered by Brentford as well, so big losses there. Burnley with a big win as well in their fight to stay up. I will actually just look at the live Premier League table just to see what's going on down at the bottom. We're not going to talk about the race for the title. I don't want to, and I don't feel that I'd be able to stomach saying the City are top again, but we'll go on with it. Let me see here. Premier League. There we go. Yeah, just a late update. Luton have scored against Brentford, so it's 5-1 there. The full table will read, let's see, Brentford are in 14th, Burnley are now 3 points from safety, Nottingham Forest do have a game in hand, Everton and Palace 2 games in hand on them, Luton down in 18th. Their goal difference really suffering. Sheffield United now conceded 88 goals this season, which is getting ever closer. 12 more and they'll have conceded triple figures. I don't think that's been done since Swindon Town in 1994, and that was a 42-game season, so Sheffield United, ever the history makers, I suppose, albeit in a very unpositive way. I will also load up the Discord as well so I can see what else is going on. Hopefully, we'll be getting underway in a few minutes' time. This is the Italian Grand Prix round 7 of Season 2 of Turbo Racing League. We're into the final weeks now of the season, and the final weeks of F1 23. And of course, if you can remember a while back, we started out this game as Tireless Racing League, and on the final race, I suppose, of this season, we'll have a little look back through the archives of what has happened in the last 12 months, I suppose. Well, not really, even 12 months, 11 months, because the game's coming out a little bit early, but will I be sad to see this game go? Not really, no. It's quite a terrible game.
Storm, I do believe you have to invite Balbo, as I do not have him on my friends list.
I will sort that there, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bulbo. There he is. Marcel's here.
Yeah. Then we're missing one, which I am not getting.
Liberty asked me if I approve of his nationality, and for that I say, glory to the Chinese Communist Party.
As the co-owner of TRL, I do not support communism.
Yeah, nor do I either.
I just had to put it out there.
Yeah. Just a little update from League. Is it League Two? Yes, Sutton United are relegated, and they will be out of the English Football League next season. So they've been relegated after a 2-2 draw to Crawley Town. So Sutton are relegated from League Two. Hopefully, we'll get more. We'll get one more driver in, hopefully, and then we should be ready to go. So we might have to wait. We might not, but qualifying will be on the way eventually. At whatever stage. Just gone 5 o'clock UK time. I'm actually going to switch over to the FA Cup semi-final now, so we'll have live goal updates, hopefully, as they come in. I might be late in a few of them if the race gets dramatic. My heart rate's currently at 92, so that might rise during the race. Who knows? I'm going to divert the conversation back to football because I feel like this actually needs to be said. Sean, did you hear what they're doing to the FA Cup?
They are removing the replays.
From the first round onwards, yeah. Every game to
Yeah.
be played in the weekend. The cup final to be held 2 weeks before the end of the season. I think they've now fully killed the FA Cup, and I am absolutely incensed at the decision that the FA did in agreement with the Premier League, and it's an absolute backstab to the 72 clubs in the English Football League to benefit maybe a specific few in the Premier League. I know that's very ironic coming from a Liverpool fan, but there is nothing like the FA Cup, and I think the FA have finally murdered their top competition. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Indeed, it's very sad, but cash is king. You know the saying already.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Can you
There's still a good month to go in this season as well, and I'm very happy about that. There's still 6 rounds to come. We're at the halfway stage now. Belgium, Italy. Sorry, no, we're 5 rounds to go. Sorry. We've got Italy today. Then we have Singapore next weekend. The first trip to Singapore in TRL history, or in turbo racing history. Then we have the Brazilian Grand Prix on the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. Early, I suppose. That's where Ryu lost it all last season. We have Vegas, Ryu's home race. Then the 11th of May, and then the final race in Abu Dhabi to end the F1 23 era. Still a long way to go in this season, but it looks like the title race is hotting up by the weekend. The Italian Grand Prix qualifying is next. We are ready to go then. Only 9 drivers in the lobby this evening because a certain individual who races for Alpine has decided not to show up. It is the Italian Grand Prix. Storm and Sean on commentary. Qualifying is next. Sean, have you just disconnected?
I think I
Yes,
have.
you have.
Yes.
Yes, you have. Oh dear. Hey, we love you.
Indeed. Will I be allowed to tab back in? Wait, what is happening?
We just started, I think.
There we go.
I think we're loading in now, and it's raining. Hello, everyone. Welcome along to round 7 of 12. This is TRL qualifying for the Italian Grand Prix, and just like it was last weekend, it is raining here in qualifying. It is the Italian Grand Prix. I'm Mr. Storm. Joining me in the commentary box tonight is Sean. From Belgium to Italy, we go 6 races to go in the World Championship. Hecaron is not racing tonight. He's got a ban. Bobo has disconnected. It is well and truly advantage Ryu, Zapu, Shan. Have you been invited?
No, I'm still in the damn loading screen and it says everyone is leaving.
Yeah, Bobo left for me anyway, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. Cars are moving at the end of the pit lane. I'm going to invite Bobo back. Cars moving at the end of the pit lane, and first out on track is the Alfa Romeo, last week's winner of DeanCon 91, who has decided to go out on the soft compound tyre along with everyone in the field. So it does look like it's like last week, where you have to get out effective immediately, and Dean might well have a very good advantage and has a very good chance to get pole position for this race. Because that rain will only start to come down as Sam Rose is going very side of the pit lane, and he's crashed on the exit of the pit lane.
Who
Well, that is
crashed?
certainly Sam Rose.
Oh.
Well, that's embarrassing, but
Is he out
Sam Rose
or?
is... No, he's just lost a front wing end plate.
Ah.
Well, that's certainly very embarrassing, so he's now banking on the rain stopping. Dean will be our first driver to come out onto the track. Will it be
Come on,
dry or
game.
wet setups? It depends on what it's giving in the race. Well, while we wait for Sean, I'm going to take you through Dean's opening qualifying lap, and it might well be the pole position lap already. Out of Alboreto he comes, 5th gear, 225 kilometers an hour, rising up the gears and putting his foot flat to the floor. Begins his qualifying lap, activates the DRS, which is still enabled. It's a good sign that we are going to get maybe another run. It's going to be very close, so down in towards the first chicane. Comes Dean in that Alfa Romeo, 2nd gear through the 3rd part, running a little bit wide there out of the first corner, which will compromise his run through too, but he has managed to get out of the first chicane nice and well indeed. Through turn number 3 he goes, where Ricciardo battled Vettel in 2014, where Alonso battled Vettel in 2011. At the first sector split, it's a 27.426, and it looks like his teammate Skyscap has perfectly timed, well no, he's completely straight lined the chicane, and that might cause Dean to maybe pick up a little bit of dirty air, so maybe not the best amount of teamwork from the Alfa Romeos there. I thought Boss has to get a bit of slipstream from his teammate, but that is not the case. The yellow flag in the front straight for McLaren peeling into the pits. But no, Dean will get a little bit of slipstream from his teammate as Skyscap will pull out, and Dean nearly goes into the back of him. At the middle sector split, it's a 55.863 as the Season 1 World Champion pulls into a scar. For the left, the right, and then the left again. 6th gear flat out for the final part, and then down the long back straight. Up to 8th gear, up to 300 kilometers an hour, and then into the famous former Parabolica, now Alboreto corner. Turn 13 awaits, brake around the 50-meter board, 5th gear, through the final corner, rising up the gears and putting his foot flat to the floor. What will it be for the reigning world champion? As he comes up towards the line, it's going to be a 1 minute 24.137. Next driver to come up to the line is yesterday's Next Gen by JL winner, Oscar.
Storm,
who,
did
of
you
course, is
invite
trying to...
Balbo?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you need an invite? Oscar comes up to the line and will go into second, 1 minute 24.621. Next up is our championship leader, Ryu Zapu, who has a little bit of a moment coming out of Alboreto there, but will put his foot flat to the floor.
What you
Come
mean?
up to the line. Will it be provisional pole? Oh, misses out by 5,000ths of a second.
You
It
have
is
to
so,
invite
so
him
close
again,
there.
Storm.
Yeah, perfect. Nikon coming up to the line. Big moment for Nikon there out of the final corner. He will come up to the line and will pit. So Nikon not happy with his first run. He peels into the pit lane. Marcel is next in that second Aston Martin. The rain doesn't look like it's getting heavier at the moment, but at the moment, Dean and Ryu separated by 5,000ths of a second. Bulba has rejoined. Marcel's had a big moment out of Alboreto and will go to the line. It will be lost, though, at the moment. A 1 minute 25.141. The two Alfa Romeos of Skyscap and Dean are next. Skyscap has invalidated his lap, which means that he will obviously not set a time, and that is a big moment there for our winner back in Miami a few weeks ago. He will stay out, interestingly. So that lap time would have been a 1 minute 24.369, which would have put him down in third position. 13 minutes to go in qualifying. The rain falling in Monza. Sean, any luck?
No. I'm restarting game.
Yay. Yay. Well, an interesting qualifying so far. Sam Rose skittling across every chicane. It looks like Sam Rose has been lucky because the rain has not fallen any harder. Ryu Zappu goes to the top of the timesheets with a 1 minute 23.817, and it's a stunning lap from the World Championship leader, who displaces Dean by 0.3 of a second. Sam Rose coming up towards the line now, placing all of his DRS, using all of the road he can activates the DRS as he starts his first flying run. Coming up towards turn at number 1, he will go past Nikon, who is going very slow out of the pit lane, down in towards the first chicane, taking it very tentatively indeed. Second gear through the first part and the second part, 70 kilometers an hour, rising up through the gears and putting his foot flat to the floor. Down towards turn number 3, he comes 6th gear, rising to 7th, and then into 8th. It doesn't look like it's been the best first sector for the Season 1 Tireless Racing League Championship winner, and it's a 27.883 to prove that. So Sam Rose really struggling in the wet so far. Into the rest of the video he comes, the right and the left, and then the right. Third gear through both parts, and then into Lesmo 1. Another very tentative line. Sam Rose really struggling in these conditions as the rain doesn't look like it's getting harder, but still looks like it is catching out many drivers. Activates the DRS. He comes down towards Ascari in 8th gear, flat out, under the old bridge, which would lead to the old track at the middle sector split. It's a 57.028. FA Cup semi-final between Manchester City and Chelsea just about to get underway. We'll have live updates of that match as the goals hopefully go in. Team news just been displayed on my screen there. We will get to Wembley in a few moments' time. Sam Rose up towards Alboreto, 8th gear, 340 kilometers an hour, taking a wide line and then cutting back in towards the inside. It's not been the best lap from Sam Rose, and it will display that on the timing sheets. It's not a good lap at all, and it's only a 1 minute 25.369, which puts him into last. Next up to the line is Nikon, who is in the Aston Martin, and it does look like the rain is about to ease. The track does look like it's going to stop raining, and the sky is getting brighter by the second. Nikon in the Aston Martin raced in Silverstone, had a good Grand Prix then. Now racing down that front straight in the Aston Martin, reaching 350 kilometers an hour as he breaks down in towards turn number 1 and 2, locks the rears and locks the front slightly into turn 1, but does make the chicane, thankfully for him. Just sliding all over the place out of turn 2 there, trying to keep the rear from putting him into the barrier. Does do that very well. At the first sector split, he's coming down the straight at that split. Sets a 27.920. Now into the retrophilia of 4 and 5, sorry. Into the left, then the right. It's a tentative run through there, just like Sam Rose. He heads down the mini straight. We're turning right for Lesmo number 1. 5th gear through the first part, then down the short straight again, then into Lesmo 2 again, taking a very interesting line. Has gone very wide. Hasn't invalidated his lap, though. Remains on the hunt to at least displace his teammate for 4th place. Middle sector split, 57.274. The game says it's purple. It obviously isn't. That honour currently goes to Ryu Zappu, who's on another outlap, interestingly enough. Up to the line comes Nikon. Oh, he has spun out of Ascari. And that is his lap well and truly ruined. Liberty Waked is now coming up towards Ascari, where Nikon just dropped the car, and Liberty getting very, very tail happy there. Nikon gets out of his way. Liberty powering it down the back straight, looking to give McLaren's first points of the season. Into Alboreto he comes, 6th gear, down all the way to 4th. A small bit of a misfire, I think it was there. I'm surprised he didn't stick it into 5th, but into the final corner he comes, down the front straight. Liberty Weight will go into 6th place with 1 minute 25.606. Nikon taking his time, ready to start his next run. Liberty's sliding down the front straight, interestingly enough, and weaving and celebrating. I don't know what he's celebrating, but Dean will go first. His teammate towing behind him, Skyscap and Dean, both on flying runs. Will Dean sacrifice his lap in order to give Skyscap the best run possible? Yes, he does. Skyscap down in towards the first 2 corners, and the Alfa Romeo teamwork has been fantastic today. 2 absolutely very good drivers, probably the best of their pedigree. Maybe a save for Ryu and for Hekron, both doing very well at the moment. Skyscap towing Dean all the way down the second straight as well. It's 27.415 as Dean will redline the second chicane as well. This teamwork is absolutely brilliant, and Bottas will be reaping the reward surely at the end of the lap into Lesmo 1. 4th gear, 185 kilometers an hour. Does run slightly wide, but does just keep it within track limits, and will get slipstream down the long back straight as well towards Ascari. This is absolutely brilliant from Dean Con 91. Our race winner last time out, our season 1 champion, moved from Mercedes to Alfa Romeo. Skyscap at the middle sector split of 55.467. Dean will give him yet another slipstream down that front straight. Rise up at the first sector split, 57 thousandths up, but we are focusing on Skyscap, who is gaining on Dean, giving him all the tow. Dean will pull to the right-hand side of the track and will allow Skyscap to go towards the line. It has been the perfect display of teamwork from the Alfa Romeos, and this has been an absolutely sensational lap from our winner in Miami. Bottas comes up to the line. Is it going to be provisional pole position? The answer is yes, it is. By 0.4 of a second.
I will need an inverse storm.
Skyscap of 1 minute 23.408. And now he will return the favour to his teammates. Sean, you're not showing that you're online.
Shit, Kim.
He's going right alongside Nikon for whatever reason, who said a 2 minute... and Marcel. The 2 next-gen rivals just dragging alongside each other for whatever reason. It looks like Dean has sacrificed his qualifying to allow Bottas to get provisional pole position. Rise up, who comes up to the line and starts his next run. That was an aborted lap. His teammate is right in front of him. It doesn't look like his teammate is going to be playing the team game, though, which is interesting, seeing as he said he would on grid walk.
Check now.
Score update. Let me see. No, nothing. There we go. Sent now. Perfect. Rise up at the first sector split for 27.1763, tenths quicker in the first sector, and that is an absolutely massive state of intent as he looks to claim pole position and extend his lead in the World Championship battle. Skyscap quaking in his boots now. He is looking to assist nobody because Dean has decided to pit. He will come out 5 minutes to go in this session. Right at the middle sector split activates the DRS. 70% of battery left. It doesn't look like the rain is easing anytime soon. These drivers really being caught out, but at the middle sector split, Ryu's still 2 tenths up. It would still be enough for Skyscap to seal pole position as Ryu has invalidated his lap. And that is another massive moment in this qualifying session. Ryu just pushing a little bit too hard. And he is not reaping the rewards. Sam Rose on a flying lap. He is 8 tenths up, and he is using all the slipstream of Ryu Zappu. And that will certainly help his cause as he looks to rise from 6th place on the grid. Oscar comes up to the line, won the next gen race last night, and he will go into 3rd place at 1 minute 23.864. The thousands of his teammate. Sam Rose up to the line in the Mercedes, only goes 5th, 1 minute 24.389. Ryan
Check
starts
now.
another lap. I did invite you, I think.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see then. Yeah.
Jeremy Doku's gone down and looks like he's in a lot of pain. 0-0 at Wembley between City and Chelsea as Ryu Zappu will once again go again, and he is looking to pull all the tow that he can off Sam Rose as he heads down towards the Rettifilio. Sam Rose will go to the left, Ryu will go to the right. Sean is back and is finally ready to watch this qualifying session. Ryu 2.5 tenths up in the first sector into the Rettifilio, comes into the left and then the right. 3rd gear for both parts, making sure not to lose the rear on the exit as he comes down the short straight in towards Lesmo number 1. 5th gear, 180 kilometers an hour, and then down in towards Lesmo number 2 in 4th gear, 150 meters away from the DRS. Small kick of oversteer coming out of that corner there, and then down the long back straight towards Ascari. Under the bridge where the old track would go at the middle sector split. He is 2 tenths up still. Will he take another aggressive line into Ascari? He does. Not as aggressive as his last lap, though. And his teammate might well be able to help him now get the toe. Doesn't look like Oscar is slowing enough, though. Now he is. And here comes Ryu Zappu, accelerating like a bullet. Coming down in towards Parabolic he comes. Oscar gets out of the way. Into the right-hander of Alberetta comes Ryu Zappu. Will this be enough for provisional pole position? Or will Skyscap still be on the top of the timesheets? Ryu Zappu up to the line. And it is enough! By 18 thousandths of a second, Ryu Zappu has secured provisional pole position. Still a long way to go in this session though, Sean.
Yeah, I'm on my way now, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Big moment there. Ryu Zappu. Top of the timesheets. Next up to the line is Liberty Waketon, the McLaren 2 tenths up on his personal best. It will only keep him in 7th though. 1 minute 24.959 as Sean is disconnected again.
I have?
On my screen it says you have. Maybe we'll sort the lobby out after and we can make a new one or whatever. I don't know.
Fuck's sakes, man. What is this game?
Well, Skyscap will go again. And Dean will go again. Skyscap doesn't look like he's going to have the help off the toe. Maybe he will. Maybe Dean will pull one last ace up his sleeve. Has he got an ace? Or will Skyscap help his teammate this time? It does look like he would have enough time to do both. And Dean will tow his teammate all the way down the front straight. This is a big lap here for Alfa Romeo. Dean pulls out of the slipstream and goes down towards turn 1 at 353 kilometers an hour. Into the right of the first chicane, then the left. No lockup evident off the Season 1 champion. Into the right, then the left, and coming out of the first chicane, Skyscap hotlines the first chicane himself. And the Alfa Romeo is now doing the team game that they played in the last run for Skyscap. Dean pulling out of the slipstream again. They nearly come together. That would have been a hot-and-mouth moment, but Dean 1/10 up in the first sector. He set a 24-1 on his first run. It would currently be enough for 5th at the moment and staying 5th. Until Lesmo 1 he goes. 5th gear, Ryu has now retired. Ryu thinks he has done enough. A massive moment in this qualifying session. Will Skyscap be able to better his lap time? Dean will once again get slipstream as they come down towards Ascari. Liberty Wake is retired from the session. Dean will pull out of the slipstream once again. Boss has obtained the ultimate team game, 4/10 up. He hotlines the Ascari chicane, and Skyscap will allow one last bit of tow as Dean nearly loses the rear coming out of Ascari there. Skyscap and Dean playing the ultimate team game for Alfa Romeo. This is simply superb. Skyscap will pull to the right-hand side of the track. Dean will once again reap the rewards of Skyscap's fantastic team play, and they're about to do the exact opposite. 1 minute to go in this session. Dean will come up to the line then. Will it be enough for provisional pole position? The answer is yes! Dean goes to first, and now Skyscap pits. So Skyscap has done all he could, and now Dean is on pole position for the Italian Grand Prix by 41 thousandths of a second. Next up is Sam Rose coming down towards the first chicane. But Dean looks like he has just done enough, and it's going to be provisional pole position. Sean, what's the problem now?
I restarted my game again.
Okay. Should we restart the lobby, or if it doesn't work? Sam Rose through Lesmo number 2 down the back straight. Dean has secured pole position for this qualifying session. Marcel has gone into 4th in the Aston Martin. 1 minute 23.839, his best lap. Sam Rose only 80 thousandths up. This would keep him in 6th place on the grid. He said this would be one of his best chances to win a Grand Prix. It doesn't look like that's going to happen at the moment. Hasn't validated his lap. Sam Rose will not improve in this qualifying session. Marcel coming up towards the first sector split. Would he be able to spring a surprise in the Aston Martin? First sector split, 84 thousandths of a second up. It is a start. He would need 4/10 to improve on Skyscap to get onto the front of the second row. Nikon up to the line. It's a poor lap from him. His qualifying ends in dismal failure. He will be 8th on the grid. Into Lesmo 2 goes Marcel in that Aston Martin. Hasn't raced in a few Grand Prix in this league, but he is back and showing his pace as he comes down towards Ascari now. Under the bridge where the old track was at the middle sector split, 55.713, 38 thousandths of a second down. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough to even get third for Marcel, but it is a valiant effort from the man in the Aston Martin. Hasn't validated his lap, and that is qualifying over. Dean has taken pole position for the Italian Grand Prix.
I missed the entirety of the qualifying. This game is too good, man. Too good. I love this game.
Do we restart the lobby?
I don't know.
Well, the top three separated by 61 thousandths of a second. Will I tell them to restart? I think... Sean, shall I? Or...
Yeah, I don't know yet. Sure.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
Fucking shit game, man.
Well, qualifying results. Dean on pole position by 41 thousandths of a second from Ryu in second. Skyscap third. 59 thousandths behind his teammate Marcel and Oscar on the 4th and 5th spots in the grid. Samurai 6th. Liberty in 7th in the McLaren. Nikon at the back in 8th. With Balbo in 9th. The Italian Grand Prix is on its way in a few minutes' time. Well, Sean, it's going to be heavy rain in the Italian Grand Prix.
Nice.
Fun. Lovely stuff. It's going to be absolute chaos.
It indeed will. But we do love some good old chaos, do we?
Absolutely. Everyone's going to crash at turn 1. It's going to be like that one T2 race in tireless racing.
Oh yeah, where we had
POV or AK Monsters driving the POV or AK Monsters driving the final 5 laps of the race on his own.
he was driving the final 5 laps of the race alone. It was just
everyone fucking crashed.
Bring it home, like don't crash, man.
I swear as well he spun in those 5 laps as well.
No, he did. He did. He did.
Yeah. So, it's going to be a fully wet Italian Grand Prix.
Is it wet the entire way through?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Ooh, spicy!
Sean's excited.
I do love some chaos. Someone needs to send me the
Yeah, I will. I'll just write it in.
Yeah. So full wets the entire race. Yes?
Yeah, full wet for the entire race, yeah.
This will be fun to watch if I can get in, of course.
This is also the first fully wet race we've had in a long time, I think.
I don't think we ever had like a fully wet race the entire way through.
We haven't. We thought was Brazil last season.
Yeah, and that wasn't fully wet. Yeah.
That rained for about like 30 of the 36 laps.
Yeah.
It's going to be 27 laps of fully wet racing, and there are going to be several casualties, I think. Chelsea have actually started the Cup semi-final very well indeed. Cole Palmer nearly getting in there. 12 minutes and 45 seconds late.
Thank you.
City going to win 1 trophy this season.
We've won 2 trophies already, you donut.
Well, yeah, you won the Super Cup, yeah.
And the Club World Cup.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, to be fair. Yeah.
It was. It was in December we won our latest trophy.
The UEFA Super Cup. Was
the Super Cup. Yeah, the Super Cup was like a year ago.
Yeah.
But that don't count. That's a friendly. But the Club World Cup.
That counts.
That counts.
I mean, I wouldn't count the Super Cup as a friendly. I think that's a genuinely
No,
good race.
I know. I
genuinely good.
was sarcastic, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People saying the Community Shield is friendly really need to get their heads checked. It's only a friendly if you lose.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, the Community Shield is great fun. It's a good 90 minutes to start off the season, week before the campaign gets underway.
I mean, it
Like,
was
I think-
the latest Community Shield was 120 minutes.
Yeah, I think the 2023 Community Shield is a great final. Whenever we played you in 2022, that was a good game as well.
Oh, that was
I mean,
that was a great game.
That was
Yeah.
a great football game.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the held of the King Power because the Women's Euro final was on the previous day, I think, as well.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah. They should really rotate the stadium that holds the Community Shield. I think between like.
No,
Villa
I
Park
feel,
and,
yeah,
Old Trafford, Wembley, etc.
yeah, I think so too. To be honest.
And popular opinion, they should not have Wembley to host
But
the FA Cup
no,
semi-final.
but the problem with that is you can't predict who goes to the final or the semifinals. I mean, if you host it at say Old Trafford and United gets to the semis,
Yeah.
that's an unfair advantage.
Yeah, you do get that, but then I think they normally used to decide it after the teams were decided for the semi-finals. So normally, if United got to the semi-finals, their game would be held at like Villa Park.
I mean, that would be quite a short notice, though.
I mean,
to
there's like
prepare
a month
everything.
Between, there's like 3
Yeah,
4 weeks between the
yeah.
quarterfinals and the semi-finals, though. So
Yeah,
it's not
maybe. Yeah. Stream should be working now, Hackeron.
Yeah, we had audio for about 43. We had audio for about an hour now. So
Yeah, we're just waiting for Marcel.
yeah, I'll advise him.
Yeah, I did.
Alright, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with my chocolate.
Ooh, we got chocolate. I got
I'm
pizza.
not-
I got pizza.
Oh, lovely. I'm not gonna be Can I speak, please? I'm not going to be an obnoxious eater like a certain former commentator. Yeah. We got a few twirls in here. We've got a few M&Ms.
It's it's kebab pizza. It's kebab toppings.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
I tell you what, lads, that is bloody lovely.
Me neither, Sapu. Me neither. We have a rule that no driver is allowed to be in the lobby if you aren't racing, or TP for that matter.
Yeah.
To have precautions.
Oscar's saying in the T1 chat if Liberty straight line someone, it should be a restart. Cough cough. Spain cough cough.
It won't be a restart, but there will be like a 5-season ban for Liberty. But yeah, if he's straight, and with rain now. Oh no! No!
Yeah.
Oh no!
No. His excuse would be my brakes failed, and he just takes out 8 drivers at one corner.
Yeah, and then goes on to win the entire thing.
I think Marcel might have died.
I think he died. So
We'll wait for like 2-3 minutes.
I give 3 minutes, 3 more minutes, then I will fix the grid order and then we start. This game. I love this game.
Yeah, me too. This is the greatest piece of entertainment ever made.
And I'm not saying that because EA is holding my family hostage. I'm saying that because I love the game.
I'm just checking. So hold on, I'm just checking the weather here from what Ryu sent to the chat.
Yeah, it's
So it's going to start very heavy,
yeah.
then it will get lighter, and then it finishes overcast at the end of the race.
Okay, so it's not wet the entire way through. So you lied.
So basically, yeah, I thought it was all rain, which is quite sad. But I suppose give how many slots are there? There's 4 slots.
No,
right?
there's 3.
Is it 3 slots? So
Yeah.
I suppose 1 heavy rain, 1 light rain, 1 overcast. That should even out. Now for
Yeah.
Manchester City here, and it's Julian Alvarez who just missed his shot. I think it was deflected by Thiago Silva there.
Well, fair enough.
The flag has gone up though.
Of course it has. Yeah, it will be so. Hello?
We've lost the driver. Sam Rose's game crashed.
Ah, bro, come on.
This game is doing everything he can to stop him from not winning a race. Marcel is making it in 10 minutes. His mother came up with a weird ass side quest.
Oh. Oh
I
no,
think we can wait. I think
10
we can wait 10
minutes, man? Really?
Fine.
Really? Oh no. Not the 10 minutes.
POV are the drivers when the staff are
Did I?
negotiating what's going to happen with the restart in Miami.
Brother, man, come on. Why?
Sean's losing the will to live very quickly here.
Invite me again. Fuck, man.
We are all losing the will to live here in TRL. What's my heart rate doing? Why is it not turning on? Why is my watch not turning on? This isn't very good. Is it dead? It might be. I'll charge it for a few minutes. Come on, get off. Shit. There we go. Where's the desk in here? Shit. That's the wrong cable. My watch lives. I need to charge it more though. Chance for Chelsea on the counter-attack, but that's the worst touch I've ever seen from Enzo Fernandez. Let me see. Jackson, City win the ball back.
So, yeah, I'll just. Yeah. I need to double check the settings so they stay the same after I left.
Yeah. So they did.
Yep.
Zap now owns the lobby.
Yep.
Yeah, Ryu's host now,
Yep.
so we're not very good.
Oh no! I can't fix the grid, man.
Ask Ryu to leave until Sean gets the lobby.
Yeah, I don't care about your connection, Ryu. I care about the the restart order.
Okay, Skyscap has it now.
Yeah. Why does the game have to do this to me, man?
We're asking Skyscap to leave now, so it might go to Oscar. This is a great game, as Simon says. This is a great game of musical chairs.
Yeah, I did, Sabu. We need the Skyscap to leave.
Here's Jack Grealish. Grealish doing some random step overs. Plays it back to Rodri. Foden. Silva. Here it goes, cleared away. This is the most chaotic lobby setup we've
No,
had in a very long time.
don't.
Are you disconnecting again?
No, no, no. Don't put dry! Guys!
Oscar's eating. Oscar, stop eating! Sean, do you think the logical idea would be to create a new lobby?
No, I do trust Bottas to make the right order. I mean, he does have the order as well in staff chat, so.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh my god. I think I might have just swallowed peanut butter and M&Ms. Oh god.
Wait, what did you do?
I think I might have had some peanut butter M&Ms by accident. I thought they were regular ones.
Wait, you allergic?
No, I'm not allergic. No,
Okay,
I'm
good.
not, but
Your
I do
reaction,
not.
your reaction scared me, man. I thought you were allergic.
I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. top 10 deaths caught on camera. Number 10.
Yeah. Well,
Oh
comment.
my god, it was such a massive shock though. Oh my god, what am I eating? They were regular M&Ms.
What?
Oh, nearly a goal for City, nearly a goal.
Who shot? I cannot watch the game.
I did not see. I just looked at the screen and I think something was cleared off the line. I'll see now. I think Petrovic made a save.
The guys
Let's
want to
see.
restart the lobby.
Let's do that then.
No, Raisapu, he does have the grid. Yes, he does.
Oh wow. Silva gets extraordinary close. Cucurella and Petrovic both combined to clear it away. Silva denied 27 minutes played. So are we waiting or what are we doing?
Wait, who has left the lobby now?
Oscar, he's eating. He's been forced to eat by his mother. He said he'd be 5 minutes ago, so.
Liberty's not in either. What is happening?
Sean's having a breakdown.
Oh my god. Can we just move to iRacing?
Yeah, please, please.
Please!
Just move to F198. I'm sure that'd be better than F123.
I mean, anything, please.
Oh! Score! No! What are you doing, Jackson?
It's Jackson, what do you think, man?
So basically, Nicholas Jackson has the option to... So Jackson basically has the option to shoot into an empty net because Ortega's been caught out, or pass back to Cole Palmer, and what does he do?
He passes the ball
He
out.
passes to Cole Palmer, and Cole Palmer, the pass gets intercepted.
No, wait 3 minutes.
You are not Kevin De Bruyne, pal. How's the battery holding up now? Hope it works. 15%. I'll put it on the battery a little bit more. Here comes City. It's De Bruyne. It's blocked.
Still 0-0, right?
Yes, still no.
Yes.
This restart happened because the stream wasn't going to run.
Yeah, it did.
And now people's mothers are getting them to do side commands and side quests.
Yeah. Partially my fault, but it's EA's fault.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's not in the game, man. Chicken.
EA Sports. We fuck over people.
No. EA Sports. Fix your game.
EA Sports. It's all the same.
Yeah, that's one. That one's good.
Chance. Nathan Ake, what are you doing? Akanji has played in a brilliant ball, and he has the worst first touch ever and puts it out of play. Pep Guardiola is incensed. So are we setting up a new lobby, or what's the deal here? Are we starting? Yes, we are. Okay.
I guess they are.
Or are they? The countdown started. There's 10 seconds left. Who are we even missing? Marcel, is it? Yeah.
Marcel.
Oh, they've unreadies. Another 30-second countdown. And, oh, hello. They're mixing it up a little bit now. This is like waiting for the 2021 Belgian Grand Prix to get underway.
Mm-hmm.
Although to be fair, I suppose that we could do heavy rain, overcast, because then it'd still go to light rain or. Okay, let's do this then. We are finally going to get underway for this Grand Prix. People's mothers have disrupted the starting of this race. We are finally ready to go. Hopefully there's going to be a formation lap.
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good in settings. Nice. I will
Right then,
forever hate this game,
yeah.
man. I
Me
hate
too,
it.
after a very...
It's not even. I don't. I like the game. It's just shit when it comes to connecting and shit.
Yeah. Well, after a very long delay and people's mothers taking drivers on side quests, we are finally ready to go for
We
the
love the
Italian
side
Grand Prix.
quests.
Yeah, for the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. It's Mr. Storm and Sean in the commentary box. And after what seems like an eternity, the Italian Grand Prix is on the way next. Why does it still have 50% battery left?
Skill issue.
I will charge it and then put it on the halfway stage of the race. It's raining anyway, we all know that. And it's absolutely pouring it down. Are we going to have chaos? Hopefully this is round 7 of 12 of Season 2 of
It's round
Turbo
8.
Racing League. It's right. Is it round 8?
Yes, it's round 8 according to the calendar. Round 7 was last week.
I've been saying round 7 all week.
Yeah.
Round 8 then. Yeah, I'm very
Oh,
confused.
come on, man! What
Have you disconnected?
No!
What?
Marcel just came back.
This is getting hilarious now.
Fuck! Fuck, man!
It was at this moment that he realized.
He fucked up. Okay, we're back in business now.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
This is like that one scene from Thor Ragnarok. Instead of I've been falling for 30 minutes, I've been waiting for 22 minutes. I'm watching the entirety of the MCU now as well, so pray for me when we get to the Phase 4 now. Chance for Chelsea, and they have bottled it. Sterling keeps it alive. Gusto. Give it some gusto. And City have pressed them, and they have been forced to play it back. Why are we not loading in? This is getting very weird. Cole Palmer, great save! Marcel is devastated. He can't believe it, but he can believe it because it's happened so many times in the past. Well, this is actually the first occurrence we've had of people's mothers actually purposely sabotaging a TRL weekend, but we should make the TRL Mothers Union. Strike, 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 strike. Finally, we have the formation
Finally!
lap.
Oh my god, it's pounding down out there.
It is absolutely battering it down. Welcome along to round 8 of 12, 5 rounds to go in the World Championship. Dean leads us from pole position. Ryan in second, Skyscap third, Oscar on the second row, Sam Rose and Liberty 5th and 6th, Nikon in 7th, and Bob, what the fuck? That's not very good. That's the thing. Okay, we're good. I'll fix that later. Anyway, starting grid. Dean on pole position, Ryu in second. Oscar Skyscap leads the field. He's leading the field completely around the formation up. Oscar's in 4th, Sam Rose 5th, Liberty in 6th, Nikon 7th, Balbo in 8th position. It is round 8 of the World Championship. Mr. Storm and Sean on commentary. It's good to be back, Sean, isn't it?
Yes and no. I missed the racing. I haven't missed the struggles of racing.
I think Skyscap nearly spinning on the formation lap is a testament to what might actually happen during this race. It's going to be absolute chaos, and we're here for a round out of 12. The Italian Grand Prix.
There will be chaos into turn 1. I want to bet you my life savings. Okay, no, I'm
Skyscap
not.
is going off the track in the formation lap. He's not Alain Prost.
Well, obviously he is Alain Prost, man.
This is not the 1991 San Marino Grand Prix. The Skyscap has channeled his inner Miles Morales. I'm gonna do my own thing and go off the track on the formation lap. He thinks he's Calais Rovanpera, and he is drifting around every single corner. And look how bunched together the field is from Ryu all the way back.
Everyone's scared, man. Because one,
it's Monza.
It's Monza. Last time we raced here, there was chaos into turn 1.
Yeah.
And that was in the dry.
Yeah.
That was in the dry. It was completely dry. Now it's full wet.
Sean is having an absolute breakdown, and I'm sort of having one to myself. Skyscap is stopping on the track. Skyscap is waiting, and we are almost ready to go. Sam Rose has been disqualified, but it's a step into the unknown, round 8 of 12 in Season 2 of Turbo Racing League, and we are ready to go here at Monza. We go to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 red lights for a rain-soaked Monza. Wait for it. And the Italian Grand Prix is underway. It looks like it's a good launch from Dean. It's a good launch as well from Ryu Zappu. Small bits of wheel spin getting off the line from the front too, but Dean will probably get the whole shot coming down into turn 1. Skyscap trying to look up the inside of Ryu Zappu, coming down in towards turn 1. Liberty sending up the inside. Contact made. Ryu's around. And Liberty's around as well.
And Liberty gets a 5-second
time penalty.
Yeah.
And the race has, oh my god, Sean, it's happened immediately.
It happened immediately.
The two Alfa Romeos have a 1-2. Oscar's in third, but here comes Oscar, gaining on Skyscap, and he will go down the inside into the Rettifilio, and Oscar will find his way into second place. He won this race last night.
He goes wide. He went
wide.
wide.
The chicane, but he won't have to give the place back. Skyscap really struggling. Sam Rose is trying to get past his old rival now for P3. Sean.
Yeah. I had a feeling that would happen. I had a feeling that would happen. People...
Skyscap really struggling here. Skyscap falling down the field. I'm not sure what's happened to him on the opening lap, but it's gone from third. He went from third to second, but he dives down the inside of Sam Rose into Ascari. What a move! And Balbo will try and get past Sam Rose now as well. Everyone tiptoeing their way around the track. But it's a perfect start from Dean, who's on for his second win in a row. Sam Rose rises back into third place. Skyscap isn't giving up though. Will he send it down the inside into Alboreto? You bet your life savings he will. Down the inside he goes into third place.
Flag
and
as
Skyscap fights back.
has spun it on the back straight.
Nikon's dismal weekend continues. Dean has opened up a 1.8 second lead. Ryu Zappu's gone past Balbo for P5, and he's going to be very close to getting past Sam Rose and Skyscap as they duel once again down the front straight. What will Skyscap do coming down into turn 1? Gets in front. Sam Rose backs out of the place. Liberty will pit after the damage he sustained on the opening lap. We don't know if Ryu Zappu has got much damage yet though, but after an absolutely brilliant first lap, the race has sort of opened up, but it's still the absolute chaos we love in this league. Sean.
Liberty is also serving that 5-second time penalty and changing his front wing, so that's an even longer pit stop for Liberty than usual. That's 5 seconds added onto the replacing of front wing. That's a painful stop for the driver in the papaya colored team.
Yeah, it's a big moment there for Oscar coming out of Lesmo #1. Huge kick of oversteers. Dean has pulled out a very big lead at the start of this Grand Prix. Skyscap in third. Ryu Zappu and Sam Rose battling for P4. It's going to get lighter and we should be finishing this race under dry conditions as Liberty has spun coming out of the pit lane.
Yeah.
This is where obviously Oscar crashed as well coming out of Ascari last season. He was in third in that race and dropped the car. Sam Rose just trying to hold on to 4th place at the moment from Ryu Zapu, the championship leader in 5th place. Hecaron not racing tonight. After sustaining a race ban, he'll be back in Singapore next weekend. Big moment for Skyscap coming out of Alboreto, and Sam Rose might be able to capitalise that. He is gaining on his Season 1 rival. Nikon has spun again. Nikon's doing donuts. It's probably race over for the two at the back, but here comes Sam Rose. He'll be forced to go the long way around Skyscap coming down in towards turn 1.
Backs out of it.
Alfa Romeo driver holds on. Well, Skyscap really struggling. Massive moment for Skyscap there. And Sam Rose will sail around the outside to get into 3rd place.
Sapu.
Ryu will as well, and he is gaining as well. And Sam Rose, this surely can't end well. Sam Rose defends the inside, and Ryu backs out. Yellow flag
As
because Nikon has spun yet again. Both drivers at the back really struggling. The best of the rest at the moment, led by Sam Rose. But Dean has absolutely pulled the pin at the start here. Oscar really struggling in these wet conditions along with the rest of the grid. We don't know what the drivers are going to be doing in terms of setup-wise. Will they balance it as Skyscap has another massive moment? And here comes Ryu Zapu, gets the better traction, gets the drive, and goes into 4th place.
Yeah.
Skyscap will fight back though. He went down the inside of Sam Rose into Ascari. Will he do it again on the championship leader? He does, but Ryu will just about hold on. It's a tentative line there through Ascari. Yellow flag because Nikon and Liberty, I believe, have nearly come together. Nikon has spun maybe again, and it looks like they're also on the verge of being lapped. As look at the lead that Sam Rose pulled out on Ryu and Skyscap.
Yeah. And
oh, Skyscap's around! Skyscap's
around.
I know! Ball!
Damage.
Into the back. Balbo has careered into the back of Skyscap. We do not have a safety car because Nikon spun again. Nikon is doing donuts. Nikon has had enough. He's the mental breakdown.
And Skyscap does pit. He will. He surely has front wing damage from that collision with Balbo.
Balbo pits as well.
Balbo pits as well. Confirmed front wing damage on him, and yeah, he will replace his front wing. A painful start for the bottom 4 drivers.
Yeah, here comes Sam Rose trying to get the move done on Oscar for P2. A race order after 4 laps here in Italy. Dean leads on for his 2nd race win in a row. Oscar in 2nd in the 1st Red Bull in the grid. Sam Rose in 3rd, looking for a 1st win in a year. Ryu Zapu in 4th, Skyscap and Balbo 5th and 6th. Liberty and Nikon at the back. But look at the battle for P2. Sam Rose trying to get his way past the Red Bull of Oscar, who won in Next Gen at this very track last night. Sam Rose gaining in a straight line, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get past that Red Bull into Ascari. Has a small look towards the inside, but doesn't go for the move.
Yeah. Look at the lead Dean has. A 6.3 second gap.
Incredible so far.
In 4 laps.
And also, Sean, look at the gap that Ryu has to Skyscap, 36.5 seconds. So the main battle at the front is the one for 2nd place.
Yeah.
You'd like to think, is Oscar backing Sam Rose into Ryu Zapu?
I'd like to believe that he is. As he has a moment.
For Oscar now, massive moment, and Sam Rose will fly into 2nd place.
Past, yeah.
And Ryu will also use the slipstream on his teammate, and he's also gaining in a straight line on Sam Rose in that Mercedes as well. Sam Rose managing his ERS very early on here. Very good ERS management from Sam Rose. Ryu with a big mistake in towards turn number 1 though. And his teammate does back out, not wanting to go past and ruin his chances of a podium finish. But Dean leads and Sam Rose is in 2nd. Ryu's up in 3rd.
Yeah.
Oscar in 4th. Skyscap 40 seconds behind in 5th place. And Skyscap nearly spins again. Skyscap's gone into the intermediates because he has foreseen that the track will get slightly lighter in terms of rain, but he's surely banking on a safety car. Ryu making a little bit of a mistake out of the Retafilio there. But Skyscap has gone for the bold strategy choice. Balbo closing up on him though.
Yeah.
Just a little update from Wembley. It's currently 0-0 half-time between Manchester City and Chelsea. 2nd half to come in a few minutes' time there. 5 laps gone here at Monza, about to start lap 6 in a few moments' time. Dean has pulled out a commanding lead and is well on the way to dominating this race. He's well on the way to lapping Nikon early on as well, who's had an absolutely terrible race. Sam Rose is in 2nd in the Mercedes. 2 Red Bulls are 3rd and 4th. But at the moment, the field has spread out a lot. It's been chaos here in Monza.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to respect the gamble from Skyscap. He has recognized that it will dry up later on in this race, and forced to pit early, he goes on to this intermediate to not have to pit later again. I do like the aggressive strategy.
It's bold.
It's very, very bold. I like the way he thinks here, but I'm not. Those tires will be cooked by the time we go to intermediate, as Sada gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting.
Well, I don't know if that definitely wasn't deliberate, but he might have lost the car and potentially just skimmed across the first chicane. But Ryu Zappa is now well and truly gaining on Sam Rose in second place. Sam has built up a reputation for being very good around this track. Was cruelly denied victory in his eyes back in the Tireless Racing League Season 2 Grand Prix here. It wasn't raining then. However, that race did go to a 25% distance. I wonder if that's going to happen tonight. Big moment for Ryu out of Lesmo number 1. Nearly dropping the car there. Sam Rose just going very slowly, being very cautious around this track. It's a war of attrition.
This
at the
yellow
moment,
flag as Nikon has spun again, and that is Dean lapping him.
And probably the rest of the field.
And probably,
as well.
yeah.
The
rest of the front four are catching up to him now, as blue flags will be flying.
And it looks like Sam Rose is using the toe to his advantage. Nikon will be lapped by the front four off the field.
Yeah.
At the moment, Ryu is 7/10 behind Sam Rose. Ryu will be extending his championship lead, obviously, if it finished like this. A big moment in the race for the World Championship. Of course, Hecaron not racing today. Borbo has got past Skyscap. Nothing really Skyscap can do on those intermediate compound tires.
Not yet, at least.
Absolutely cooked. No, not for another few laps.
Yeah.
Borbo has had a poor exit coming out of Ascari there. And maybe Skyscap would be able to drag past again. It's a poor final part of the chicane for him, though. No avail there. Ryu Zappu gaining on Sam Rose. 4/10, 3/10 separated between them. But they are not gaining on Dean at the moment. Dean is well on the way to a second victory in a row. And what a story that would be. Didn't really race many of the opening Grand Prix. And came back to win 2 in a row. Would be a simply sensational story there.
It will, yes.
His final season.
Yeah.
Ryu gaining still. Sam Rose just holding on, but there's not much he can do against arguably the second quickest driver on the track at the moment. Both drivers sliding out of Lesmo too, but Ryu Zappu is gaining on Sam Rose. And as they come down towards Ascari, it does look like the championship leader is going to sail around the outside, but he does back out. And Sam Rose will hold on to second place for now. Contact made! Ryu into the gravel! And that's a massive moment now. Oscar nearly loses it out of Ascari, but the war of attrition has certainly begun, and this track is so hard to get right in the dry, and especially so in the wet.
Yeah, one simple mistake and it can be race ending. This track is it will punish you for the simplest mistake you make. There's gravel everywhere, there's grass everywhere. You will be punished for a simple mistake, and in the wet, that's even worse. It's way easier to make a mistake in the wets, and the track will punish you even more when you've made a mistake.
The gap that Ryu had lost, he has pulled back a little bit now, 6/10, and he is well and truly gaining. It does look like the sky is getting a little bit lighter here at Monza.
Yeah.
So maybe the crossover point for intermediates is about to come. Ryu Zappi 3.5 tenths up at his personal best in the first sector. Sam Rose really struggling at the moment, though. All Sam Rose can really do is pray that Ryu will back out again. I'm not sure what happened to Ryu in the last lap. Maybe he locked the rears going into Ascari, or locked the fronts, depending on what happened to him. He's really struggling at the moment, Sam Rose. And it's probably only a matter of time before Ryu gets past for second place. Does not go for the move into Ascari. Wasn't as close as he was on the last lap, but if he gets a good exit out of Ascari, he might have a great chance to get past into Alboreto. Not the best exit, though, for the current World Championship leader. Sam Rose is in second place and just about holding on to 18 points. Yellow flag because Nikon's out of the
retired.
race.
And that's a safety car, a virtual safety car.
Will that be upgraded to a full safety car? It doesn't look like it.
It
Nikon
doesn't look like it. No, the safety car is exiting the pits.
Yes, it is. Yes, we do have a full safety car. Yeah, I just saw that as Sam Rose decides to pit along with Ryu and Oscar.
So does everyone. Yeah,
Yeah,
The
Dean stays out though.
safety car. Yeah, he missed the pit entry when
Yeah.
the virtual safety car came out. He missed the pit entry when the virtual safety car came out.
So Sam, Ryu, and Oscar all go on to the intermediate
Yeah,
compound tire.
that's
Ryu stays out and wet.
Ryu stays
Ryu
on
stayed
wet,
out
and
in
so
wets.
does so does
Yeah.
Sada. So does Sada.
So, Sam Rose might have made an inspired strategy choice, or he has messed everything up. And by the looks of it, it's an inspired strategy choice.
Yeah,
The
because
rain is certainly getting lighter.
It is getting lighter. It's getting lighter by the minute.
So Sam Rose might lead a Grand Prix, but the safety car has stopped on the track,
Yeah,
obviously waiting for Dean to come around again. So the big question is, will Dean decide to pit? And I think the likelihood is yes.
Yeah, he is.
Skyscap pits again. Skyscap's gone onto a fresh set of
Yeah,
intermediates.
that's smart from him. That's smart from him. He will
Yeah.
keep his position, and yeah.
Yeah, Bulbo stays out in wets. Liberty's coming in as well.
I do
presumably
believe
for
the Red Bulls
intermediates.
have messed up here because the rain is lighting up very fast here, and by the looks of it, the track is somewhat drying up as well. There's not as much standing water. There's not as much.
Still very damp.
It is very damp, yes, but it's not as much standing water as it was 5 laps ago.
No.
And I think the Red Bulls have had a howler here, to be honest. Dean does pit, yes.
So that will be for the intermediate compound tire. It doesn't look like he's going to be jumped by Sam Rose.
No, he will keep his position in P1 here. Yeah.
40 seconds between Dean and Sam Rose. He will peel into the Alfa.
Yeah, he's on to the intermediates. Yep. I think the Red Bulls have had a howler here, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think they have had a howler.
So is Bulbo as well in the Alpha Tari, but it doesn't look like the Red Bulls are going to lose much position though.
No, they won't. They won't.
Which is lucky for them. As look at the gap that Oscar's given to Ryu as well.
To double stack, yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't do that right last lap. Oscar had to wait for a few seconds, but Ryu will.
Yeah, because it was. Yeah, it was a reactionary pit from both of them last lap, and they both were so close to each other. They had to. Yeah.
Anyway, Red Bull, get ready to form the double stack. This is something they've been fantastic at all season long. Intermediates for Ryu.
It's a slight hold up for Sada, but it's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not too bad for Oscar. Slight hold up.
And they don't. No.
Yeah, Bulbo hits as well.
Yeah, Bulbo goes on to the intermediates as well. Yeah,
so we're under safety car conditions. Dean leads this race. Sam Rose in second. Ryu Zappu rejoins in third position in front of Oscar. Bulbo looks like he's going to get jumped though by Skyscap in the Alfa Romeo. So Bulbo's down to 6th. So everyone in the field is on the intermediate compound tire. The second phase of the race has begun.
Yeah.
You really cannot rise this Grand Prix so far. It's been fantastic.
It has been, yeah.
Maybe we're going to see a little bit more chaos on the safety car restart. And by the looks of it, we won't be racing for another few. Dean, all he really has to do is just control the pace and get away like he did in the opening laps last time. And the win might be his. Sean, what have you made of the opening 10 laps then?
I mean, it's been quite good so far, apart from the incident into turn 1 on lap 1 and the incident between Skyscap and Bulbo. Otherwise, it's been a great race. It's been a great race.
We begin lap 11, and only Dean and Sam have closed up to the Burn Myland, the virtual Burn Myland from the Mercedes safety car. The rest of the field should catch up very soon, but I don't think we're going to go racing until at least lap 13 or 14, because Liberty is a long way behind.
And he just said he cannot drive. The Delta is screwing him over. He can't drive over 50 miles per hour. He's getting screwed over by the Delta here, by the looks of it. And he's... Yeah,
I'd like to think that he will get to the end of the lap and that Delta will remove itself.
Yeah.
But this is just pure chaos. And if we spend enough time under safety car conditions, the rain will ease off slightly more.
Yeah.
And the crossover period to dry tyres might begin. And you'd like to think everyone will go to the softs to the end.
Yeah, you'd like to think so. Well, that also depends on when the crossover is. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
if it's lap
20,
17,
you'd like to think they will.
you'd like to think they will. If it's lap 15, then that might be a bit too early.
Definitely.
Yeah, as Rios app has now caught up to the safety car and the other free will, and yeah, now Liberty is
Going, I think faster.
yeah, he's going fast.
Yes.
He is catching up to the pack, and I am not sure he will catch them on this lap.
Well, it's going to be close. Obviously,
It will be close.
He can't straight line any corners.
Yeah, exactly. He'll get a
that would ruin
penalty.
his race. Yeah,
Yeah, he'll get a penalty for that. Yeah. And yeah, he won't catch them on this lap, so the restart will be on lap 13 of 27.
Well, this has been an absolutely sensational race so far. Lap 12 of 27 about to begin. Dean leads this race, Sam in second, Ryu third, Oscar fourth. Sam Rose getting very close to that elusive win, but it looks like Dean is just too good to stop this weekend. Still, anything can happen, and it usually probably will in this league. So will it be an Italian delight for Dean? Will the English reclaim the glory in Italy? Or will the Mexicans win in Italy? Or perhaps the pole? Not the pole dancer, the pole. Sean, this has been a fantastic race so far.
It indeed has.
And we are in for an absolutely fantastic last few laps here. We're not a halfway yet. By the time we restart, we should be.
Yeah.
So will we get the call from the FIA, the virtual FIA, to call in virtual Bernd Mailander? It looks like it. The safety car not announcing itself to come in. Now it does. Safety car in this lap. Liberty should just about catch up. Dean will slow down the field as much as he physically can. He's taking a very strange line through Ascari there, allowing Sam Rose to drag alongside him. There will be 14 laps to go after this.
As Liberty will catch up to the pack. Yeah, as he catches up to the pack now before the restart.
Two Brits in an Alfa Romeo and a Mercedes versus a Mexican and a Pole in the two Red Bulls. And a Finnish man in an Alfa Romeo, another Finn in an Alfa Tauri, and an American posing as a Chinese in a McLaren.
Yeah.
We're ready to go for the restart. Dean will lead us away. When will he decide to go? He looks like he's gone. It's a good restart from Dean. It's also a good reaction from Sam Rose as well, who will tame Dean all the way down the front straight. We are back underway for the Italian Grand Prix, and Sam Rose is gaining on Dean, coming down the front straight, and Sam Rose might have the onus to go past Dean in towards the first chicane. Will Sam Rose make the move, goes down the inside. Sam Rose takes the lead of the Italian Grand Prix. Big moment for Oscar as he goes off the track. Ryu Zappa will go back into third place, it looks like, on track. Oscar falls all the way down to 6th, or now down to 7th, as he's collected Liberty nearly. But here comes Dean, racing around the outside of Sam Rose, coming down in towards number 5. Contact made! Dean on the grass! Sam Rose will hold on. Will Dean go down the inside? No, he won't. Sam Rose leads the Italian Grand Prix. Dean is in second, Ryan in third, Skyscap in fourth. Bulber, Liberty and Oscar round out the field. Oscar trying to get past Liberty, but Sam Rose now leads a Grand Prix. Is this destiny calling?
You'd sure hope so. He is in the driving seat to get his first win in a year, yeah.
But here comes Dean, and he's flying, and he will go to the inside and try and get past Sam Rose to regain the spot that was rightfully his. He does make the move, and there's nothing really Sam Rose can do except fight back, maybe on the front straight. It looks like he's got a good exit out of Ascari, and he will drag Dean all the way down to Alboreto. It's a great run for Sam Rose.
As Skycap and Zappa fights behind.
Samro switches to the inside, tries to go past Dean, does not do that. Tries to get the good exit out of the final corner. It does look like Dean has got the better drive though, but Samrose will crucially have ERS and he will crucially have slipstream as Dean sets the fastest lap of the race. Ryu is in the pits. Ryu has maybe sustained damage, or he's taking a massive gamble to go on to dries. It looks like
intermediates.
It's damage. Yeah.
It's damage.
So Dean leads this race now by 7/10 of a second. Sam Rose has had a poor exit and is now a second behind him. And Skyscap now is gaining on this straight as well.
Yeah.
We'll go and try and emulate what Alonso did with Vettel in 2011 and Ricciardo did with Vettel in 2014. Will Skyscap dive down the inside? He does! And it is now an Alfa Romeo 2 as Sam Rose falls from first to third in the space of a lap. Big moment in the Italian Grand Prix. Ryu Zappu half a minute behind Liberty in 6th position.
Yeah.
Over half a minute behind the leader as well. Dean is on the way for a second win in a row. And Hekon is watching this race with glee and delight at the moment, because Ryu would only be extending his championship lead by 6 points as it stands. Dean leads by a second. Skyscap is in front of a second by Sam Rose. He in turn is 5/10 in front of Balbo. Sada is 3 seconds behind him, and Balbo is gaining on Sam Rose as well.
Yeah.
This is so much fun. This has been a fantastic race, and Skyscap's gaining on his teammate. Destiny not calling for Sam Rose yet, but still, anything could happen.
Yeah, anything
Skyscap
can
less than
happen.
a second behind his teammate. 0-0 between Manchester City and Chelsea. Second half underway there. Rise Up has gained 4 seconds in 1 lap on Liberty. That pace is probably not very representative, seeing as Liberty is definitely the slowest driver on the grid at the moment. Skyscap less than a second behind Dean. Out of the first chicane they come. Dean has been brilliant out of that first few complex of corners in this race, but Skyscap just about keeping the gap within a second. Samro struggling in third place, but here comes Balbo. Will go around the outside, coming down towards turn number 4 and 5. Their wheels nearly touch. Samro's just about holds on. Will Balbo dive to the inside? Yes, he does. Can he make the move stick? Yes, he does. Brilliant move from Balbo in the AlphaTauri.
Great move from the AlphaTauri there.
Sensational overtake there. Skyscap just about keeping distance with his teammate. These two led the race in Belgium before various incidents happened to Skyscap, allowing him to fall back the field. But this would be a massive result for Skyscap. This could get him closer in the championship fight. I'm not saying he'd be back in it, but it'd certainly be a big result, as Dean would go on to 52 points if he won this race, I believe. 51. Samro's still 6/10 behind Balbo, now has a car to latch onto. Balbo can close up to the men at the front, and that would be a big moment as well in this race. Balbo has closed up a 10th, and might well close up a little bit more. Samro's gaining though, 2/10 behind his AlphaTauri counterpart. Samro's get past on the front straight, or will he wait for Balbo to try and get up to the leaders? He is gaining in a straight line, he thinks he can do it himself. Gaining in a straight line, using all the overtake. Will go to the inside. Balbo defends it. Balbo leaves a minimal amount of space, but Samrose goes into third. Balbo holds on though. Balbo looks like he's outbroken himself. No, he hasn't. Great move.
Great
to get back in front.
defense from Balbo. Looked like he outbroke himself, but he managed to get that car slowed down just enough to keep the position. Great defending from the Finnish driver right there.
Ryu sets the fastest lap, and he's gained another 5 seconds in 1 lap on Liberty. Ryu is out for blood at the moment.
Yeah.
And it looks like he might well still suffer there when the crossover happens. He is hoping on another safety car. Samrose wasn't able to get past Balbo into the Retafilio, but still is in a very comfortable 4th place. Balbo still keeping a decent gap to Skyscap in 2nd, who in turn is keeping a decent gap to Dean at the front. Sean.
Yeah. The two Alfa Romeo drivers are playing this to perfection. Dean not driving away and Skyscap managing to stay in his toe. Yeah, they're just waiting for DRS to open, and they will.
Then.
Yeah, and then just get away, keep re-overtaking each other and get away.
Though, will Skyscap fight Dean? Because we obviously know that Skyscap is in a very decent position in the championship. So will he fight Dean if given the chance? I'd like to think he will. But given how good their teamwork was in qualifying, I'm not quite sure. It's 50-50.
Yeah, it's 50-50 for me too. I mean, their teamwork in the quali was amazing. They They worked with each other to perfection right there.
Ryu is on a mission, sets another fastest lap.
Yeah, he is now 15 seconds behind.
Big moment for Skyscap. Sorry to interrupt, Sham, but Skyscap has really struggled on this lap.
Yeah,
Maybe those intermediates are giving way a little bit. He has now lost about 5/10 to Dean on this lap.
indeed, as Riasapu keeps getting closer and closer to Liberty.
I think, though, if we look at Skyscap's battery level, it is obvious that he is trying to stick with Dean.
Yeah,
Maybe is trying to plan an onslaught for the late stages of this race. What Alfa Romeo, I'm wondering, will do, though? Will they double stack, though? Because that is a very big question. Because Skyscap might lose a lot of time, maybe allow Bulbo to get past, depending on what happens.
yeah.
Skyscap spun at Alboreto before in this race. And looks like he is struggling even more. Now that gap grows to 1.6 seconds. Dean now has 10 laps to hold on to the victory of the Italian Grand Prix. Ryuzapu has gained about 10 seconds in 4 laps on Liberty. But Liberty is struggling. Oscar now 2.7 seconds behind Sam Rose, who in turn is 9/10 behind Bulbo. Bulbo will be on for an historic podium here in the AlphaTauri if it were to finish like this. 0-0 between City and Chelsea with 52 minutes played at Wembley. Nicholas Jackson had a fantastic chance, but it was saved by the City goalkeeper. Sam Rose had an awful start to the lap. He's lost a second on Bulbo now.
Yeah.
And he is losing time by the second.
Yeah, and Oscar is catching up to him. He still has that 3-second time penalty. So we gotta keep that in mind. But Sam Rose has fallen off a cliff. I'm not sure why. Could it be damage from the contact with Dean? I don't
know.
think so.
We'll find out.
They
Find out probably after the race.
Yeah, they banged tires by the looks of it. I didn't see any contact with the body or the front wing of the cars.
Sam Rose.
But he's struggling. Yeah, he's struggling out there real hard. And I can't see an obvious problem.
Yeah, he's the only Red Bull.
As Sada goes wide.
City, great save from Jordi Petrovic. Foden denied from the penalty, not from the penalty spot, from 12 yards, basically on the field. City go again, trying to find an opening here. De Bruyne will whip it in. Cucurella clears it away for a corner.
Yeah.
Skyscap gaining a little bit on Dean. 9 laps to go. The crossover point getting very near, you'd like to think.
Yeah.
If DRS is enabled, that would be a fantastic indication to when to go on to the dry compound tyres. Skyscap with a big moment out of the Retafilio there. Loses 0.2 of a second going into Lesmo 1. His confidence is probably still very high, but I'm sure he would settle for a big second place at the moment.
I'm sure he would. That will gain a lot in the championship. And how far behind is he in the championship here?
He's on 78 points. I'm going to do a little bit of quick maths.
Yeah, he's on 78 points.
Hold on. He'd be on 96 of it as it stands.
Yeah.
Let me see. So 96, and then Ryu would be on 130.
Yeah, 130.
The 32 points behind, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, 34 points behind. Sorry.
Yeah, 34 points behind. Yeah.
So it would be big. He's more than a win away, but this would open up the championship. But with Ryu expected to get past Liberty, that gap will slightly grow a little bit more.
Yeah.
Skyscap really struggling as well. Skyscap with a big slide out of the first chicane. And
Yeah.
look at Sam Rose now, 4 seconds behind as Liberty decides to pit. Has Liberty taken the gamble to go onto the dry compound tyres? This would be a big gamble.
He has. He's onto the mediums. No, softs. He's onto the softs. He's taking the gamble. He's onto the softs.
Liberty is an absolute mad lad and will run the final 8 laps compound that isn't even ready for the track. If he crashes, Will he bring out a safety car?
Yeah, surely it will. Then the question
is-
begs, do you risk pitting onto the... Yeah,
Look at
as
that.
it
No, Sean, he's gone off the
looks,
track
yeah,
immediately.
yeah. There's no grip out there. It's way too early. It's still raining out there.
Sean, I don't know if you remember the 2010 Australian Grand Prix when Jenson Button went onto the dry compound tyres about 10 laps before the crossover period happened. And he was about as slow as a hearse for the opening few laps of that stint. Maybe Liberty is going to channel that. He's now half a minute behind Ryu in 6th.
Yeah,
And about 45 seconds behind the leaders at the front. This race is truly something else. And Liberty really struggling.
as it,
Losing the wheel out of
yeah,
every corner, understeering into every corner.
yeah.
It's been a race to forget for him as he does go onto the grass into Lesmo too.
Yeah, the dries aren't ready at all. As the rain looks to stop any second. The rain has stopped! It stopped raining!
Yeah, Liberty's just messaged me in the chat
Yeah.
saying the dry's not yet. He's struggling
Yeah.
hard, but maybe he has timed this well. It has stopped raining.
It
The
has
crossover
stopped
period
raining.
has started.
Yeah. It has stopped raining. On lap 21, it stopped raining.
Yeah, so it will be roughly about 5-6 laps to the end on the dry compound tyres.
Yeah.
Dean leads by 1.8 seconds, but should really extend that gap. Unless Skyscrap decides to be an absolute mad lad and stay out to the end on intermediates. Which would be his best chance of winning, let's be honest.
Which would be his best chance of winning, but he would be a mad lad
Yeah.
if he did that.
Liberty says the dries are warming
Yeah,
up. This is a big moment now.
Yeah, it's drying up every second here.
So what do Alfa Romeo do? Dean will stay out. Will Skyscrap
Dean
decide
stays
to pit?
out.
He has to.
Stays
Skyscrap
out.
stays out. Bobo
Stays out. Sam Rose
will
stays
stay
out.
out.
Sada stays out.
It would be a big,
Everyone
big moment
stays
for
out.
Ryu. If Ryu stayed out, though, that could be a risk worth taking, but he does look like he's too far behind.
What does
Liberty
Ryu
says the
do?
dries are warming up. He will stay out, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
he
stays
does.
out. It's still too wet for the dries, but it's starting to dry up quick. It's starting to dry up quick.
Yeah, Sean, Liberty's the Lone Ranger here, but Liberty really struggling here.
Yeah.
On the dry tyres, regardless of whether they're warming up or not. Skyscrap keeping a decent gap to Dean in 2nd, but it depends when those intermediates start to warm up to a level where they're undrivable. Do you piss? Skyscrap's keeping a decent gap to Dean, I have to say. 1.7 seconds against the quickest driver in the race at the moment is a very good effort at the moment from the runner-up in Season 1 of Tireless Racing League and the current man who's in 3rd at the moment in the World Championship. Skyscrap doing all he can to keep with his teammate. Will the front drivers decide to pit now? Will they wait another lap? Let's find out.
Surely they wait another lap here. I mean, I
It'd be a
don't
big risk
think.
if they did
No,
decide
but
to
I
pit.
don't. I don't think it would
stay
help
out.
to pit. Yeah, I don't think you should pit here, to be honest, because it will still stay dry for about 1 to 2 more laps, and then there's 3 laps remaining, 3 or 4 laps remaining. I think you should just stay out here.
If you were Skyscrap, I think if your teammate pits, you stay out.
Yes,
You do
100%.
exactly the opposite. You do exactly the opposite to what your teammate does.
But I don't
On-
think.
yeah,
I
but
don't
he
think.
had-
No, I don't
yeah.
think anyone should pit, to be honest, because
Yeah.
it should stay. The wet tires or the intermediates should stay the better tire until the lap 25, and then there's 3 laps remaining. Then there's no point in
look
pitting.
at this though, Sean. Skyscrap is gaining on Dean. So there might be a chance that these two will tussle, albeit very unlikely. Maybe Liberty could hold up Dean, and Dean looks like he is starting to struggle slightly.
Well, he can't hold up as Balbo gets a 3-second
No.
time penalty for.
Yeah. Well, he couldn't hold him up.
No.
But he could, or Dean could encounter Liberty in the middle of a fast corner, maybe.
Well, he would be ghosted then.
Yeah, fair enough, but still.
As Dean has a slide out of the chicane.
Yeah, he's really starting to struggle now. So the
Yeah,
question
so
is
does
Dean
Sam.
going to pit?
So does Sam, as Sada has caught up to him.
Yeah, Oscar's gaining on Sam really quickly. Skyscap, the gap less than a second now. Will Dean decide to pit? If he does, Skyscap surely has to stay out. Dean stays out. So it's probably
So
going
does
to be a
Skyscap.
5-lap.
So does
It's probably going to
Balbo.
be a 5-lap dash.
Yeah.
5 laps to go in this race, and it's going to be a clear battle between the front two. Balbo is well and truly safe in third. Sam Rose in fourth. Oscar's gaining on him in fifth. Away go Chelsea. Nicholas Jackson. Jackson's away goes down in the area. No penalty given. Less than a second separate Dean and Skyscap. And after all the teamwork they did in qualifying, maybe, just maybe, that agreement, the gentleman's agreement, is going to go out the window now.
Yeah.
As Skyscap is closing by the corner.
But keep in mind, Dean does have 100% battery here. He has saved every bit of his energy. He hasn't used anything. He does have he has 80% more than what Skyscap has. So he has the advantage right there.
Well, my prediction might just have come true. Dean will run into Liberty in a fast corner, but he will ghost.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
It does not
Yeah.
matter. Yeah, it does not matter. But Skyscap has closed up another 2 tenths, depleting all of his battery, trying to use the slipstream to get in front of his teammate. This is going to be an incredible final 3 laps. Fasten your seatbelts and buckle up, everyone. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
Liberty now a minute behind. Liberty have now been lapped. Balbo's going to go past him as well. 3 laps to go, 6 tenths separating the 2 Alfa Romeos. Will it be Dean or Skyscap? Will it be Britain or Finland on top in Italy? Well, this is a battle I don't think we expected to happen a few laps ago when Skyscap was really, really struggling.
Not at
Now
all.
the roles have reversed, the tables have turned. Dean now the one that is just about trying to hold on. Ryu sets the fastest lap on the intermediate.
He's 11 seconds
So
behind.
if Ryu didn't struggle earlier on in this race, Skyscap
Sada goes for the move.
best as well.
Sada goes for the move.
Oscar goes around the outside. Sam Rose trying to hold on 5 tenths between Dean and Skyscap. Oscar will go down the inside into turn number 4 and will make the move. Does run slightly wide Sam track in an attempt to get past, but Oscar will hold on.
Yeah. If Sam can stay within 3 seconds of Sada here, he still gets P4 as Sada has that 3-second time penalty. Yeah, as you said, Balbo is safe in P3 here. Balbo's Sam fights back and overtakes Sada here, and back up to P4 he goes.
Yeah, Skyscap's lost a few tenths on this
Yeah.
lap now, and maybe Dean is home and dry now with 2 laps to go.
I mean, look at the ERS advantage.
Oh yeah.
Dean on 100%, Skyscap on 19 and using. It's gonna be a light
gaining
fight,
this
yeah,
round.
because he
has to. He
has to get past. But then it would be hard to defend because of the ERS advantage.
Look how close he is getting though in a straight line. He needs a perfect lap to have any chance of winning the Italian Grand Prix against his well-experienced and veteran teammate, Season 1 champion Dean. 4 tenths separate the 2 Alfa Romeo drivers with 1 and a bit laps to go here in Italy. It's going to be a dramatic conclusion to the race. Skyscap setting a personal best in the first sector by 4 tenths of a second. The track is drying by the second, but there's not enough laps left to pit.
Oscar goes for the move again on the same place.
He'll get the move done just about going into the corner. Does get the move done.
Yeah.
Sam Rose will
Backs
fight back.
out.
DRS enabled. DRS enabled. Here we go.
Oh,
Skyscap's gonna have DRS.
This just spices everything up as Sam fights back.
Here comes Skyscap. He's not going to get past, but it's going to be a last lap showdown here in Monza. DRS has been enabled at the perfect time for the second Alfa Romeo driver, and this will be a critical win in the World Championship battle.
Yeah.
1 lap to go. The white flag will be shown. Sam Rose goes past Oscar, but Oscar fights back again. The white flag will be shown as we head around Alboreto, but this might well be Skyscap's final chance. They come out of Alboreto. It looks like it's a great exit for Dean, though. White flag shown. 1 to go. Skyscap will have to use all of his batteries. So is Dean. Skyscap using DRS to his advantage. Can he get past? It doesn't look like it. He will be 2 tenths behind.
Yeah.
He has to get a good exit out of the first chicane, otherwise you'd like to think it's over. Using all of his batteries, Skyscap, 20% left. Dean is really, really holding on. Ryu sets the fast up again. Oscar goes past Sam Rose, 4P4. But Skyscap is 5/10
Sam
behind
goes
now. And it looks...
down the outside. He dives down the...
Can't make it.
Yeah, he can't make it.
He doesn't have to fight this, though. He
No,
doesn't have to fight
no, he
it.
doesn't.
But
Not at all.
Skyscap, it's squeaky bum time now for Skyscap. We have less than half a lap to go here in Italy. And you'd like to think Skyscap has to get the perfect run out of Lesmo too. And out of Ascari, he will have DRS and he will have overtake. But Dean has the battery to burn. And it looks like it's going to be a second win in a row for the British Bazooka. 5/10 still.
As Sapu
And
has
Skyscap is
caught
gaining.
up to Sada.
It won't matter though what happens there. Skyscap setting a purple middle sector. He is on for the fastest lap as it stands, but he has not won the battle here today because Dean, after having a dismal start to the season, is back on top. He won last week in Belgium in a battle with Ryu Zapu, and Skyscap is going to be his next victim today because DeanCon91 is going to come out of Alboreto to win the Italian Grand Prix and win his second win in 2 races to firmly put himself into
And
the
he puts
championship
down
fight.
the
I'm
fastest
joking, yeah.
lap as well.
Skyscap finishes second. Dean wins the race.
Yeah.
It would be a big shout for him to win the championship because he's about 80 points behind. But he has firmly announced himself back
Contact
into
made it the
Turbo
final
Racing
corner
League.
as Sada spins in the final corner.
Ryu gets past for 5th. Sam Rose finishes 4th.
Yeah.
Oscar finishes down in 6th. But Sean, what a race that was.
Yeah, what a race that was.
A simply sensational finish that sees Dean win his second in 2 races. Skyscap finishes in 2nd. 3rd for Balbo in the AlphaTauri. Sam Rose finishes 4th.
Is that
For
Balbo's
Mercedes.
first TRL podium ever? I'd like to think.
yes, it
I'd
is.
like to think it is.
Sam Rose saying it's absolutely embarrassing what happened from Oscar, saying he was holding him up. But here is your race order. After a brilliant Grand Prix, after 43 minutes, 49 seconds, and 1/10 of a second, Dean wins the Grand Prix from Skyscap in 2nd, and Alfa Romeo 1-2 on Red Bull Team Principal Hoban's birthday. Balbo finishing in 3rd, Sam Rose in 4th for Mercedes. The 2 Red Bulls in 5th and 6th. The Chinese man Liberty in 7th, 1 lap behind the rest. Nikon finishing in dead last, and our only retirement 8th for Aston Martin. But a simply incredible race, and I wouldn't have it any other way, Sean. What a Grand Prix.
Yeah, what a Grand Prix.
That was just incredible.
Yeah.
Dean wins his 2nd win in a row. It will be a massive ask for him to defend his world title. It will be the biggest ask. He's probably got about 5,000 to 1 odds now. He has firmly announced himself once again as a contender to win Grand Prix, 2 in a row in Belgium and in Italy. Well, Ryu leads the World Championship, only gaining 10 points though on Hecaron, so Hecaron can thank his lucky stars tonight that Ryu didn't gain enough ground in the championship fight. We have only got 4 races to go after this one. It is going to be a dramatic conclusion to this season. We head to Singapore next weekend at the Marina Bay Circuit, then to Sao Paulo where it all went wrong for Ryu last season, then Vegas, and then Abu Dhabi to round out the season. But what a race that was, and we are going to now go for the post-race interviews and for the podium. We're going to stay on the commentary chat. This league is just incredible. Fantastic races every week.
Yeah.
I need a lie down after that one.
That DRS activation spiced things right up. It was a
Jeremy
great.
Doku, what a save by Petrovic! Hell of a Grand Prix. Simply sensational racing. 4 races left in this World Championship, a month to go. Ryu leads the championship, but it's not guaranteed for him yet. It's going to be a dramatic final few races, and that running begins next week. Sean, who's going to take it?
I couldn't possibly say who would take it. You can't predict something like that here at all. At one part of this part of the race, you'd thought Sapper would gain 18 15 points at least on Hecaron, and at the other part, he's dead last, catching up to everyone.
Well, that was a fun race. And hopefully we're going to see a few drivers join us now. Let's get a quick word with Samrose.
Yo,
Evening, Sam. 4th place in the end. Is this a good result for you, do you think?
I don't know. On the inters, I just didn't have the pace at all, so I'm a bit disappointed there, but it is what it is.
What happened at the end there with you and Oscar?
I don't want to get into it. I don't want to be unprofessional, but I'll leave it to driver report.
Next week is Singapore. Good track for you or not?
It's one of those where anything's possible, but it's not my fastest track, so we'll see.
Well, Sam, congratulations on the 4th. We'll see you next week. We'll get a word with Ryazaki.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ryu, not the weekend you wanted, but it's still decent points gained on Hecaron. Talk to us about the race.
I had really good pace, and under the safety car, I looked off from my screen for a second because I saw somebody had pinged me, and it just kind of took attention away from me, and yeah, not ideal. Kind of broke my front wing, and I had the pit. So yeah, but I had an amazing pace on the inters.
Just looking at the championship battle now, you are provisionally on 100 points, 15 ahead of Hecaron. This title race isn't decided yet, is it?
No, for sure. No, it's not. And I know Hecaron is quick at certain tracks. Yeah, but we'll see. Singapore next week is a good track for me. So
Are you going to win the battle next week?
hopefully, I mean, I know I've seen Hecaron's lap around there, and it's suboptimal. I'll say.
Thank you very much, Ryan. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
We'll get a word with Hecaron if he's willing.
Yeah.
Dean, mute yourself, mate. Thank you. Hecaron, did you watch the race?
Yes, I did. I was engineering for Bobo, and I'm really happy for him. He got P3.
Not too bad. What did you make of Sean returning to the commentary box?
Happy.
Very good. Look, 15 points now between you and Ryu. The championship not decided by any extent of the imagination. Is this the best result you could have hoped for today?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think in Singapore I can try to go for the race win. I'm not really sure about Zapu or anyone's time at Singapore, but I'm pretty confident I can try to get a win at Singapore next week.
Thanks very much, Hecaron. We'll get a word with Balbo.
Hello.
Balbo, congratulations. Now, Sean was wondering, is this your first ever podium in TRL?
No, it was like first ever podium was like 2 years ago, F122 Canadian Grand Prix. I was
Fair enough.
P3.
That was a long time ago, actually.
That
Yeah.
was a long time
Yeah.
ago, yeah.
Yeah, long
Like
before
season
time
2,
and
I
fame,
think.
anyway.
Like
Yeah.
season 2.
Yeah.
Look, I have to say, Balbo,
Yeah.
your pace was absolutely incredible in that race.
Thanks, dude. I think my practice
Just to
actually
interrupt,
paid off.
Balbo, just to interrupt, good chance for Chelsea, but block back to you, Balbo.
Yeah, like I don't know. I finally decided to practice for a race and it paid off.
Do you think you can do that for Singapore next week?
Maybe. Let's
Balbo
hope so.
Balbo championship charge incoming?
Real.
Yeah.
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 Thank you, Balbo.
Thank you.
And we'll get our final word before the podium with Liberty and Bottas. Liberty first. We'll go. He's gonna type. We'll go Bottas then, and we'll come back to Liberty. Valtteri Bottas, unmute yourself. Valtteri, good result today, I think. Second place, but do you think you could have won?
No, Dean was too fast.
Mm-hmm. Good result for you though. You are now 34 pints. 34
Pints.
definitely. Yeah, pints. 34 pints deep. 34, roughly. I think that's only provisional, but around 34 points behind Ryu. Is the championship challenge on, or is it a bit too much of an ask?
Probably too much, but If like Zeput DNFs once and Hecker run DNFs once, I'll be right on them.
Well, looking towards Singapore next weekend, do you think you'll be able to win?
Probably not, but good result for the team, and hopefully that continues to Singapore as well.
Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next weekend.
Like,
Sean, you know what time it is now, don't you?
I do.
Podium time for the first time in
Podium
weeks.
time.
Actually, we're
Yeah.
gonna have it. We're gonna have it on stream for the first time since Qatar.
Woo!
Yay!
Woohoo! Yay!
We'll be back in a few minutes. Yeah, there we go. Manchester City lead at Wembley. Manchester City lead at Wembley thanks to Bernardo Silva.
Yes, man.
Fuck
minutes to
Yes.
off.
go.
Shit ass
Yes,
result. Fuck
man.
you.
Man.
Fuck you, Chelsea.
Yes,
Chelsea,
man.
we need to face you in the fucking final. Chelsea, do something, please.
Yes, man.
Chelsea, please.
You
I
lose
need
to
you.
Coventry as well because you only have one defender available for the game.
Right,
The
before
only
we finish up,
defender
we're
you
going to
have
quick with Dean.
is Maguire for the game.
Well, we have
Harry
Gamboa.
Maguire.
We have Gamboa who has started the last 2 games.
He's injured.
No, he's injured as well.
Is he?
Yes, Fabrizio
Oh, fuck
confirmed
off.
that.
Wait, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys.
Ah,
Hello,
shit.
Dean. Hello,
Hello,
Dean.
Storm. Hello.
Ah,
Dean,
shit.
two wins in a row, Dean. What
Casemiro
happened?
centre back.
I've finally turned up. That's what's happened. The season started for me.
Are you going to? Are
Fucking
you going to
Casemiro,
win?
fuck off.
Wait, Dean. Are you going to win the 6 races title?
I'm not sure. I don't think I can win the title, but I can definitely get a few more wins. 100%.
He's going to win the 50% completion championship anyway. Dean, what a race and what a battle with your teammate as well.
Yeah, it was quite good. The teamwork that we've got is amazing. We are the best team on the grid without a doubt. The
I
toe
agree.
that I gave him in quali and the toe that he gave me was amazing. Perfect.
I agree. Okay, I'm gonna go
I
sound.
have to say, Red Bull have done some amazing stuff before in the past, but Alfa Romeo just went above and beyond today.
Yeah, definitely. I'll put the car on the line, make sure that he got toe in 4 different straights on the track.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Incredible.
I'm very pleased.
Well, look, Dean, Singapore next week. Can you do 3 in a row?
Definitely, street circuits are my specialty, so I have no doubt that I will have the upper hand going into that one.
Well, thanks very much, Dean.
We'll see about that.
Very much.
Albo's becoming a tryhard.
Real.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Bobo. And yeah, we'll see you next week as well.
See you then.
So, Dean thinks he can win the 3-piece, and we'll find that out next week. This is the longest stream we've had. Hecron thinks he's going to win. Everyone thinks they're going to win until they don't. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Real.
I mean, you have to have the confidence. I mean, I respect
Absolutely.
the confidence. Without confidence, you're not.
Absolutely,
If without the confidence, you
nothing.
don't win. Exactly, you're nothing. You have to have the confidence.
Exactly.
You have to think you're the best.
As a great Bill Shankly once said, if you're first, you're first. If you're second, you're nothing.
Exactly.
Anyway, Hecron, Bobo, thanks for joining us tonight. And Sean, big thank you to you for coming back and commentating as well. It's great to have you back in the commentary box, and we'll hope to see you next week.
Yeah, I'll be here next week as well.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm not even done. I have to send you something. Hold on, I'm going to try and waffle for a few minutes while I do that. We're giving us outro music so you can play, because normally what I notice
Oh, out music, fancy.
Yeah, normally what I realize. Yeah, normally what I realize that whenever we end the stream, my ending monologue is normally cut in half unless there's like a 15-second pause. So to combat that, we're going to do a little bit of outro music, which I'm going to send to you, Sean.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, Hecron, just talk to us for a little bit. Waffle on while I sort this out.
Like about what? Like
Anything.
No.
So like today they were lucky that that they won, because if I was there they would have been cooked. And I'm obviously the Alpha Sigma, so I definitely would have won the race.
Oh no.
Please do not start going on about brain rot.
Oh
Hecron
no,
gives some of his speed to me, I
Oh
think.
no, not the Alpha
brain rot, the brain
Sigma.
rot.
Yeah. Oh no. Get me out of here ASAP, man. Oh no. Not the brain rot. Well, you sending it, Storm?
I'm making me some pancakes right now.
Ooh.
Morning pancakes.
11 a.m. right now for me. I woke up like at 7 or some shit. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh,
Just to
jeez.
be race engineer with me.
Hello, gang.
Was he your base engineer?
Yeah, he was.
Ah.
Yeah.
He said it in the beginning. I
Yeah,
think.
I'm back. I was trying to get the outro music. I disconnected, so
You got the
How
outro
ironic.
music?
I do, and I'm going to send that to you now. Look,
Yeah.
so big thank you to everyone who's watched tonight, and a big thank you as well for Sean for joining me. Maybe we'll have Jamboy or Oliver back in the commentary box next weekend. I'm sure that will be a lot of fun. Having 3 commentators in the box for the first time this season since Magnesheep actually back in Saudi Arabia. But simply an incredible Italian Grand Prix that sees Dean complete 2 wins on the trot. An absolutely incredible Italian Grand Prix that went from wet to dry and had a lot of spiciness thrown up in the middle. From chaos at turn 1 to a brilliant battle between teammates at the last. Dean who wins 2 in a row to put himself on a pedestal that shows that he has never truly left. Raya leads the World Championship by allegedly 15 points. Surely, with 4 to go, the race is well and truly alive. We'll see you same time next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sean, play the music. It's in your DMs. Bye from us.
I'll say you guys have a good weekend.
Yeah, we know. Bye from us.
My pancakes on the floor. Are you serious? I was making pancakes and it just fucking fell on the floor.
Well, you are Alpha Sigma Wolf. Go eat it.
All my hard work undone.
Just eat it.
30 seconds.
Yeah.